Hi, my name is Heather. Welcome to Strings and Threads, coming to you from my dungeon of dreams. Thank you so much for being here. I love all things crochet, yarn, and knitted. If you agree with me, I encourage you to subscribe. It's free, it helps my channel, and it lets YouTube know that you like my content. Hi, my name is Heather. Welcome to Strings and Threads. I'm going to be working through a book that I have published called Fantastic Fantasy Drawstring Bags. And as of the making of this, I don't have all of them in a video tutorial for all of them in this group, but the ones that, or from this book, but all of the ones that I do have done, I have a playlist called Fantastic Fantasy Drawstring Bags. If you're interested in going to that playlist to see what I have available, if you're watching this in the future, then I might have all of them done by then. But as of the making of this video, I don't have all of the patterns done yet. I've been working on them and showing either the finished video or the progress for what I'm doing on Fridays. So it'll be Fantastic Fridays to show this. Today, I'm going to show how to make the Taco Drawstring or Dice Bag. And it opens up here. There's plenty of space in there to put little treasures, and I love it. I feel hungry for tacos every time I see this. I want to say this, and I've been saying it all in all of my videos, and it's actually a shame that I have to say this, but this pattern is copyrighted to me. And so even though I'm showing you for free how to make it, you may not sell the pattern. You may not come up with an approximation to this pattern that is specific to the copyright law, where you cannot sell an approximated pattern. And then you also cannot do a video tutorial. But feel free to make as many of these as you want. The finished product is no problem to sell. That the finished product is not copyright, but the actual pattern itself is under copyright law. So that means that you cannot distribute in any way the actual pattern or an approximation of the pattern. You can't change one of the rows and say, oh, mine's different. It does specify in the copyright law that if it's mostly based on the original, then it breaks copyright law. So let's have some fun, and I'll turn this around and show you how to get started. All right, so here it is in the book, the Taco Drawstring Bag. Here's how the one that I completed looks, just like this. And here's the pattern. I'm going to read directly from the pattern. That way we can be on the same page with this. So if you're in the book, if you have the book and you want to do it with me, it's page 30. I also have the book is available on Amazon, but I also have the individual pattern for sale on Etsy. So if you're looking at that, this probably says page 1. So what you'll need for this, you will need a half a skein of medium weight yarn, taco shell color. I did not have the same shade of yellow anymore. I must have used this up. So I decided I'm going to use this. This is just a medium weight. I believe this is acrylic. Yes, 100% acrylic yarn. I'm not really that familiar with this. This was actually given to me as a gift, but I thought the color would work out okay for a taco shell. And then you can have the sauce color, so I'm going to use this for the sauce color. And then lettuce or any other topping. I know there's been people who've put brown in for meat. You can add extra layers, and I'll show you how you can. I didn't say in the pattern how to do that, but you can add extra layers. We're going to start with the taco shell part, but then as we get to the end of it, you can put extra colors in there if you want. I just had mine with the lettuce and the sauce sticking out, and then you can use your imagination and say, hey, there's meat in there, but it's just on the inside, or there's beans in there, it's just on the inside. And then you need an H, which is a 5mm crochet hook, so I'm going to use my O-Fire. I'm not affiliated with them, but I just like this hook. You'll need paracord, which is, I bought this off of Amazon in bulk. So you can also get this. I've seen this, and I don't know what row it's in, but I've seen this at Lowe's. They sell paracord at Lowe's. I'm not sure where else you can get it. You could possibly get it at other craft stores. If you wanted to, you could use yarn, you could do an eye hook, whatever you want. But I have just found from experience, I've made bags for my sons, and they're currently teenagers, and they would use these bags a lot, open and close, open and close. And the toggle fastener frayed the yarn really fast. So I was looking for something sturdier. When I first started making these kind of bags, I did use an I-cord. I just did an I-cord with yarn, but it frayed too fast, and I had to I was constantly replacing these. Since I started using paracord, I haven't had to replace any of them. And then the toggle fastener, which you could possibly get this at a craft store. I never looked specifically for it. I just went on Amazon because I buy these in bulk, and they're very cheap in bulk on Amazon. Some of them, like the one I have one big hole here, and then some of them have two smaller holes. Either one is fine. You're going to have two sides to the cord, so it's either putting both of them through the bigger hole, or you could put one in each of the holes. I bought this one with the bigger hole just because it was less expensive at the time when I was buying it. So that was my reasoning for getting this one. It had nothing to do with like thinking that one bigger hole was better. I think either one is fine. So we're going to start, like I said, with the shell color. So this is my shell color. And then the first direction, I try very hard to make these clear. I think no matter how clear you make your directions, you're always going to have people who don't like your pattern. So I've had a couple people say that this is not even a pattern and you can't make anything with a pattern written like this. So I'm going to read through it just so that you can see my reasoning, just in case you're one that doesn't like it written this way. But this way, I was honestly trying to be as clear as possible. So round 1, we're going to chain 2, put 10 half double crochets in the second chain from the hook attached to the first half double crochet, and then at the end, this is in parentheses, at the end you'll have 10 half double crochets. I'm going to show you the way it was written. Now, I wrote it this way because I had a lot more people like it when it's written this way, but I'm actually going to start with a magic circle. I'm going to show you both ways. So if you're going to do it the way I wrote, which was what was more preferable to the people who were buying my patterns, you're going to chain 2, and then in the second chain from the hook, which is the first chain that you made, you're going to put 10 half double crochets. I'm not going to finish all 10, but if you put 10 all in the one stitch, it's naturally going to go around and make a circle. And then when you come back to this first stitch, you're going to go in and with a slip stitch attached to the 10th half double crochet that you made. Now to do a magic chain or a magic circle, which I actually like better because when you do it the way I just showed you, there's usually a little bit of a hole still left at the end. But with a magic circle, you can pull the hole tight. So if you haven't done a magic circle before, I'll show you the way I did it. If you already know how to do it, go for it. I go as if I'm going to do the slip knot, but then I don't pull it tight. So you can see I just drew the, whoops, now I'm pulling it tight by accident because it's stuck. But you can see how it's really just the slip knot, but you don't really finish it. You just pull the yarn through and then that's it. And then I'm going to chain 1 and put 10 half double crochets in. I'm looking through the camera, which is making it harder for me to actually make the stitch. Here we go. I'm kind of looking to the side now. Sorry about that. I look incompetent here because I can't crochet through the lens of the camera. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to finish up doing the 10. So pause here. You're probably already done with all the fooling around I've been doing, but I'm going to come back once I have 10. All right, I finally have 10 in there. So the original loop that I started with, you can just pull that tight. You can see how it doesn't leave a little hole in there or anything. It's just pulled tight. And then I'm going to attach with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet. And don't use the tail. Use the longer piece of yarn. Again, I was looking through the camera instead of... Okay, so round 2, chain 1, 2 half double crochets in each stitch around attached to the first half double crochet. At the end of the round, you'll have 20 half double crochets. So this is basically an increase in every stitch, if that's easier for you. So I'm going to go into the first stitch. I like to crochet my tail in because I can't stand dealing with tails later. So I'm putting 1, 2 half double crochets into that first stitch, and then the same thing with every stitch around. So you're going to go from having 10 half double crochets at the end of the round to having 20. So let's pause it here, finish putting 2 half double crochets in each stitch or an increase in every stitch. If you'd like, you can also do what I'm doing and crochet the tail in as you go, and then you won't have to worry about it. It won't be in your way for the rest of the project. And then let's come back when we reach the end of the round. Okay, I'm all the way around, so now I'm going to attach with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet, and I have 20 half double crochets right now. I'm looking through the camera again, if you couldn't tell. I need to be better about that. There we go. Now I'm looking directly at it. I could do it. Okay, so now we're on round 3, right here. Hopefully this is easy to understand. I'm sorry for those of you who have found my patterns difficult to understand and read. Chain 1, 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next, repeat around. I'll show you what that looks like. Attached to the first half double crochet at the end of the round, we'll have 30 half double crochets total. Okay, so what that's saying is chain 1, 2 half double crochets into this first stitch, which is an increase, another way to say increase, and then you're just going to put 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that around, just means keep following that pattern, an increase or 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet into the next. I'll show you one more time and then we'll pause and go all the way around. 2 half double crochets in this stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next. Let's pause it and finish the round. When we come back, I'm just automatically going to do this, but when I come back, we'll also have attached to the first half double crochet with a slip stitch like we've done with the past 2 rows. That way we'll be ready for the next round right away. Okay, this brings us to round 4. We're going to chain 1, put 2 half double crochets, which equals an increase in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Repeat around, attach to the first half double crochet. We'll end the round with 40 half double crochets. So if you want to make sure that you're on the same stitch count as me, that's what this means in parentheses. At the end of the round, you should have 40 half double crochets. So I'll do this with you twice, for the pattern with you twice. We chain 1, and then we'll pause and finish the round. So an increase or 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 2. So 1 in that one, 1 in the next one. 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 1, and then 1 more in the next one. Let's pause here, go all the way around, attach with a slip stitch to the first one. We'll go right to the next round. Okay, here's how it's looking so far. We're to round 5, which is chain 1, 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, same thing as an increase, 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Repeat around, attach to the first half double crochet. At the end of the round, you'll have 50 half double crochets. So I'll do the pattern twice with you, and then we'll pause it and finish the round. So chain 1, 2 half double crochets, which is the same thing as an increase in this first stitch, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 3. So there's 1 in that one, 1 in the next one, and then we're going to do one more that'll just have 1 half double crochet in it. Increase or 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 3. So 1 in that one, 1 in that one, 1 in the next one. Let's pause here, finish the round. Make sure you attach with a slip stitch to the first, and then we'll come back for round 6. All right, here's how mine looks so far. We're up to round 6. So for round 6, we're going to chain 1, 2 half double crochets, which is an increase in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Repeat around, attach to the first half double crochet. At the end of the round, you're going to end up with 60 half double crochets. So let's start that. I'll do a pattern of 2 of these with you, and then we'll pause it and finish the round. Chain 1, 2 half double crochets, which is an increase in the first stitch. So I just smushed 2 of them in there. 1 half double crochet in the next 4. 1 of them there, 1 of them here, 2, 1 of them here, 3, 1 of them here, 4. There's going to be an increase or 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So there's 2 of them all smushed together in that one stitch. 1 in the next 4, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Okay, continue that pattern around. When you get to the end, attach to the first one with a slip stitch, and then we'll be ready for round 7. All right, here's what we have after that one. So for round 7, I believe this is the last increasing round. We're going to chain 1, 2 half double crochets or an increase in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 5 stitches. Repeat around, attach to the first half double crochet. You'll have 70 half double crochets at the end of this round. So let's show how that looks. I'll show you with a pattern of 2, or this pattern 2 times, and then we'll pause and finish the round. Chain 1, 2 half double crochets, or if you want to call it an increase, in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do an increase or 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 half double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, continue that same pattern all the way around. Attach with a slip stitch to the first one, and then we'll come back for the next directions. Here's what I have so far, and then we're going to move on to the next page now. Round 8 and 9 are going to be the same, so I'll just say it once and we'll do both rounds. So you start the round by chaining 2, and then put 1 double crochet in each stitch around attached to the first. You're still going to have 70 stitches at the end of the round. It'll be 70 double crochet. So do that twice, chain 2, and then remember we're switching to double crochet, not half double crochet, double crochet. This is going to leave the stitches a little bit bigger so that you can put the paracord through it. All right, so if you have the half double crochet, you might be able to squeeze it in there, but it'll be a much tighter fit. The double crochets will be nicer to get the paracord through. So chain 2, put 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and then do it one more time. Chain 2, 1 double crochet, and you're going to attach each time. So let's put those 2 rounds in, and then we'll come back for the next directions. All right, I just finished rounds 8 and 9 with the 2 rounds of double crochet, 1 double crochet in each stitch. And then the next thing I write is finish. I guess I just kind of assume that everybody knows when you're done, you would cut it, pull the yarn, you know, through the loop, and then weave in the ends. That's what I mean by finish, if that was unclear. So here's what we have for the circle. Next, we're going to do either the meat, the lettuce. You can choose whatever colors you want to put for the next 2 rounds. If you would like, you can even add more than 2 rounds. You could do this round and then repeat this again with a different color on top of that, and then put the finishing color that you want to use above that. It's totally up to you how you want to structure this, how you want your taco to look. I'm going to do it the same way that I have in the book and the same way that I've done it here. But again, if you wanted it to be meat and you wanted this to be brown, you could do that. And you want this to be the lettuce, you can do that. If you want to add more layers, feel free to do that. So you can start anywhere. I'm probably just going to try and pick it up where I left off. But it says, in the back loop only, attach the green in any stitch. And then this would be round 10, chain 1, 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next, repeat around. Okay, and then finish. So here's how it will look with the green or whatever the next color that you want is. So let's just get started with that. To attach a new color, if you already know how to do this, then you're good to go. You can just go ahead and do it your way. I'll just show it the way that I do it in case you're not familiar with that. We're going to work in the back loop only. What that means is you can see the stitch right here. We would normally go in right here to do a stitch, but instead we're going to go in between on the top of the stitch and just pick up the back loop, so the front loop is still showing. This kind of makes it look like it's inside instead of falling over the edge. So we're going to go into the back loop, and then I took the yarn and just kind of folded a little piece like this, and in the loop I'm going to pull the loop through. And then I would definitely recommend crocheting the end in to secure it in place so that this won't pull out. But we're going to chain 1, and then it says 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next. So that would be an increase. Again, catch the tail so that everything is nice and secure. Sorry, I'm looking through this camera again. You'd think I'd learned my lesson. 2 half double crochets or an increase in the first stitch. We're going to continue just working in the back loop only, and then 1 half double crochet in the next. And we're going to repeat that around. I'll do it one more time with you, and then I'm going to turn the camera off and you can pause it, and then we'll come back when we're at the end of the round. 2 half double crochets or an increase in the next stitch. Keep catching the tail until you're done with your tail, and then 1 half double crochet in the next. That's probably going to be about the end of what I can do with my ends. But you can see how it kind of looks like now. The lettuce would be behind the taco shell when we do it in the back loop only. All right, continue going all the way around. We'll meet up again when we've completed. All right, I finished the green, and I also finished it because it says to finish, which means you cut it, weave in your ends. I don't even see where I did that now, but here's how it looks. It's starting to look like a taco. So the next is folded in half. So you are going to want to fold it with the right side out. Okay, so make sure you have it lined up. Now you're going to cut. Let me get my measuring tape here because I know some of you like it in centimeters. 22-inch piece of paracord. 22 inches is approximately 56 centimeters. So let's cut that piece and then come back. Okay, I have my taco folded in half. I have my paracord cut to 22 inches or whatever I said the centimeters were. I'm sorry, I forget now. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the last row. That just means start at the double crochet that's at the top of your fold. And you're going to weave it in and out of 8 double crochets. So we're starting right here at the top. That's 1 double crochet. I'm putting it under 2, over 3. Okay, so this is so far 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now it says pull through to the other side, weave in and out until you meet with the other end. So you're going to go into the one right across from it. If you want to, you can count 8 if you wanted to be exactly precise. I just wanted an opening big enough that you could put dice or small treasures into it. If you want your opening bigger, you can go down even more stitches. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to finish weaving in and out of here. I'm going to try to be quick here so it's not too boring or too long. I'll probably just go in and out of one more. And then I have a 1 double crochet in between. If yours didn't turn out, if you have 2 in between, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be anything exact. Okay, so then the next just says attach the toggle fastener. So what we do is, I think I talked about how it could have either 1 big opening or 2 smaller ones. If you have the 2 smaller ones, you'll just put 1 end of the string in each of the 2. But since I have 1 big one, I have to try and squish both into the big opening, which sometimes goes in easily and sometimes can be a struggle. Let's see what today is. Oh, today is easy. I like that. Okay, so I just pulled it tight. Now, when you open and close it, if you don't put a knot at the end of this, it's just, this toggle fastener will just come right off when you open it. So we're going to put a knot there. Okay, now on the next page, we have to get the rest of the taco, right? We need to get this. And also, this is open. Right now, you can't put anything in it, so we're going to have to finish that up. Okay, there's the knot. So if you open, this is what I'm showing you. So if you open it up, the toggle fastener will stop at the knot. Okay, so let's turn the page here. Attach the red or color of your choice. You can have any color that you want for your taco. Attach red through the back loop of both sides to sew shut on the opposite side of the paracord. From paracord up does not get sewn shut. So what that means is we're going to start down here on the end that we didn't do the paracord, and we're going to work up to here, so it would be right about where they meet. Okay, so it says attach the red through the back loop of both sides. Okay, so back loop, back loop. You see how it still kind of has that ridge in the front that almost looks like it's behind the previous layer. So to put the new color in, I just make a loop. That loop is too big. I didn't realize how big that was. Okay. We're going to follow the directions from here. Chain 2, 2 double crochets in the back loop of the first stitches of each side, 1 single crochet in the back loop of stitches of both sides. Okay. So it's going to make like, there's going to be 2 double crochets in the first one, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the next, and then 2 double crochets in that one, 1 single in the next. It gives it like a wavy type of feel to it. So chain 2, 2 double crochets in this first, and remember, it's a good idea to crochet your tail in when you're doing a new color. I try to do it all the time just because I hate dealing with tails, but especially when you change color. Okay, I'm going through the next 2, and I'm just going to put a single crochet in that one. The next one, I'm going to still go through the back loops. Every time you go through, you're going to go through the back loops. This will be 2 double crochets. And then in the next one, still back loop, a single crochet. Okay, I'm going to finish going up, and then I'll come back and show you this finished taco, but I still have a finished taco here. So let's finish that and then come back. All right, once you get up to where the opening is, we are going to continue around. I had forgotten, I'm sorry. It does say it in the directions. Repeat until you reach the paracord. Continue the pattern on each side individually until they meet up. You should still have an opening around the paracord. So what we're going to do is, instead of doing it with both sides now shut, we're going to leave it open and just do one side. So I'm at the point I did 2 double crochets there, and then a single crochet. I'm looking through the video camera again instead of my fingers. 2 double crochets. I'm still in the back loop only, it's just that I'm not doing it shut anymore. I am doing just the first side that I come, and then I'll just come all the way around to here, and then I'll finish it off and weave in the ends. So 1 single crochet here, 2 double crochets in the back loop only. Okay, let me finish, because this could take a couple minutes. Let me finish going around, and then I'll show you the rest. All right, I finished it up here, and then I just I attached it to one that was on the other side, so you can see how it goes around the opening so that we're not sewing the opening shut. I'm just going to cut a small tail, and then you'll just weave in your ends. All right, now here is the finished taco. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I'm going to be working through this whole book. So as of the making of this, I have not completed every tutorial for this book, but I will be working on doing that. And I have a playlist called Fantastic Fantasy Drawstring Bags, and that's where you can find all of the tutorials that I have up to date from this book. And again, I'm going to be working on getting all of them in there. Have a great day. Bye.